Hello everyone, my name is Trevor, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a few strategies that I've learned by playing craps, and strategies that I find are the best to play when you're new or just trying to get the feel of the game. You know, stuff that's not too complicated, but stuff where you can practice and probably win by doing if you're smart. Anyways, so let's get started. The first strategy I'm going to be showing you is going to be called the iron cross. Now, people that don't know craps are probably going to be so confused by this, but there's a lot of things going on in here, but it's actually pretty simple. It took me like a day or two to learn it. So the main thing with this strategy called the iron cross, it's basically just a straight cross coming up to the top and these numbers up here. So just a little demonstration. You have your money, you would do one here, and then one here, here, and here. Kind of move it in the cross position. That makes the cross. With this strategy, every time you roll the dice, as long as you don't roll a 7, you win on every single, like, you get money every single time you roll the dice. Because what would happen in this position, you would lose in here because you only win in the field when it's one of these numbers. If it's none of these numbers, you lose this bet. So you would lose in the field, but you have an 8, so they would pay you an 8. Now, here, it's not even. They would pay you extra. They would pay you $7 or $7 on the 8. So if you have $5 on the 8, they'll pay you 7. So you kind of win $2 there. That's how this works. I like to do whatever I have in the field. I like to have the double up here, except for the 5. On the 6 and 8, I'll have a double bet. Actually, on the 5 too. We'll just do that for the purpose of the video. We'll have a double bet. So if we lose in the field, we're we'll lose this, but we gain more than just $2. We'll gain $7 instead of just $2. If you get what I mean. So yeah, let's try playing this. I usually go to the casino with $300. It's about a pretty safe bet when you're gonna go. You need a good chunk of change to actually do some damage there. So these are $5 chips, 25. 50, 75, and 100. Now, these are considered $1 chips, so we're going to use these as the payouts, just so you guys can see the winnings and the losings. Like, the white will be my positive, and the red will be just what I started with, okay? So, we'll take our money, and put it over here. On the start, what you want to do is I like to do $15 on the pass line and $15 in the field. We don't have to worry about these numbers right now. If you know how to play craps, you would understand why we don't have to worry about these right now, but I'm not explaining how to play the game, I'm just showing you the strategies. So on the first roll, when this puck is off, you want to just let the person roll. So we'll shoot over here so you guys can see. All right, you got a 9. So this would move to the number 9 over here. As you see, the 9 is in the field. So they would pay us our $15 here, and then that would be considered a win. So we would take our winnings and put this over here with the rest of our money. Next step. Now this is on. These numbers are considered working. That means if you have money on them, you will win if that number rolls. When this is off, you won't win. Nothing happens. Okay? So what we'll want to do is you want to play the numbers that are not in the field. So that's considered the 5, 6, 8. Obviously, the 7 isn't in there because the 7 is the casino's number. Every time the 7 rolls, usually the casino wins the money back. Everyone loses out here when there's 7 rolls. So what we'll do is I like to do $25 on the 5, 25 on the 6, 25 on the 8, and stack 2 5s on top of those. So it makes it $30 8, $30 6, and a $25 5. You'll see why I like that in a minute. Now the goal is to roll as many times without rolling a 7, because if you roll a 7, we lose all this money and the casino takes it. The goal is to roll as many times as you can to build up all your money and then pull it. You can take it off before you roll a 7 if you're lucky. People usually don't do that, but you can if you want. So this is our second spin. Let's just see what happens. Okay, so we won. We got the point again, but that's not an issue. So what would happen here? We would win here, this would turn to off now, because if you hit what this is on, if you hit that number, then this turns to off. So that means these bets up here are no longer working. We're basically at the beginning again. We would just take our winnings, put it over here. This doesn't count, but these do, okay? So, oh, when you're on the pass line, if you hit your point, like we just did, the 9, you win there also. So we just won 30 bucks off that one spin. Sorry if this is a little confusing. So we're basically at the beginning again, where these don't count, but these are working. So we'll roll again. We got a 6. In this case, we have money on the 6, but it's off, so it doesn't count. So we would lose here, and we don't have our insurance, is what I used to call it, because if you lose here, you win here. But we don't have insurance because this is off, if you get what I mean. So we would lose here. This would turn to the 6. Usually people don't bet on the number that the point's on. So I'm just going to take this and put this back in my stack. And then I'm just going to put my $15 back out here to cover the field. And we'll go again. So this is a new come out roll. And yeah, here we go. Second time. Alright. That's considered a 6. I don't know why I'm rolling points right away. You know, that's rare, but it's not too rare. So we would lose here. We don't have a 6, but remember when I said if you roll the point, you win on your pass line? So they would just pay us out here. And then this will go to off. And we're at the beginning again, where you're on the come out roll. This doesn't count, but these are working. So we'll roll again. Alright, on the come out roll, when this is off, if you roll a 7, obviously you lose here because you only win when these numbers are here. So you lose here. On the come out roll, you win on the pass line here. That's the only time you really want to roll a 7 is when this says off. That's when you want to roll your 7s. So we would win here. Take that, and then we start over. Because there's obviously not a 7 up here, so this can't go to the 7, you know. So we just go again. We rolled another 7. So we would lose here, and then we would win here, so it just cancels out my odds. Okay, so that would just stay there, technically. We rolled a 5. This is not a field number, so we would lose the field. The point, it moves to 5. Now I had this 25 on the 5. I'm going to move it to the 6 with my plus 5 to make it $30. And then I'm going to put my 15 out here for the field. And we're going to roll again. 7 out. This is not good. We lose everything. This is not good. Now, right now we're not doing too hot. Right now we're kind of losing money. We just lost a pretty good amount. I have this about this much left. We started with 300, so it wasn't too good. Actually, no, I started with 100. Sorry, I started with 100 in this video. So yeah, that's not too good, but that's okay. We'll try it again. So we'll do the 15 on the pass, and we do 15 on the field. This moves to off, and we roll again. Another 9. The point moves to 9. We win on the field. Right here. We'll take that as our winnings. We want to do our 6 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just getting some different chips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because we're going to need them. Alright, so we'll do our $25 5. 6 and 8. But we want them to be $30. So we'll go that. Alright, here we go. Second roll. We got an 11, right? An 11 is obviously not up here, but it's in the field. So we'll in here. And then we roll again. We roll the 6. 6 is not in the field, but we have a $30 6. So they pay us $35 at the casino when you get that. That's what you would win when you have a $30 6. You win $35. So I'd rather win up here than I would in here, but either way, you know, it's a win. So I'll take my 35, and then I'll stack it with my 15 again. We'll go again. We roll the 4. We don't have anything on the 4, but the 4 is in the field, so we win here. It's profit. And we'll take that. Now, I can be doing this for an hour, you know, and show you. I just wanted to show you the strategy. That's how it is. So, pass line, the field, 5, 6, and 8. The numbers that are not in the field. It's called the iron cross. As long as you don't roll a 7, roll an 8, you win on every single spin. You would lose here, but you would win here. So, you know, it's just Usually people roll 4 or 5 times before they roll the 7. So if you want to take your money off, because you have full control of this, you can pull this off whenever you want. So if you guy rolls 4 times and you won every time, and you feel like the 7's gonna come, you could take all this off and wait for the 7 and then start over next time. But yeah, that's that strategy. That's called the Iron Cross. The next strategy I'm going to show you is one I've been using recently. I actually really enjoy it. It's called the Martingale strategy. It's usually used in roulette, but you can use it in craps. Basically, if you know who Martingale is, he goes off of the odds of the odds of your betting. So I'm just fixing up my chips here so it's easier for me to do this. Basically, if you go to the casino with $300, let's see here. I'll just say I have 300, okay? These are $5 chips. These are $25 chips. These are usually the only 2 chips I use. This is all you really need. So, red is 5, green is 25. So, what his strategy is actually really simple. You put $5 in the field. You don't even have to worry about the point. This is going to move on and off as you're playing. It's not even, you don't even have to worry about it. This is a very simple strategy. You just got to remember the pattern. So you put $5 on the field. You roll. You roll the 6. So obviously it's not in the field. You would lose here, right? So then you would put $15 in the field because you had your 5. 10 would make it so if you won, you would win your 10 back. So basically you would be, say if you won, you would just be even. But if you have 15 out there, you win plus $5, okay? That's how the strategy works. You want to get back what you lost, but gain $5 at the same time, okay? So we rolled a 6. Usually after a 6 comes an 8, but not always, but we'll see. All right, we rolled a 9. So that's in the field. So we would win our 15 here, which is good. And then we would just take all of it, but 5. We want to take all of our winnings. We'll jump all the way back down to $5. Roll. 9 again. Win in the field, collect it, keep going. We rolled a 7. Obviously, people were sad and everything, but we only lost $5. So they would lose the 5, but then we put 15 out there again. Just because like I said, you want to win what you lost, but plus $5. We rolled an 11. That is in the field, so we win the 15. Take everything but the 5, put it over here with our stack. 6, not in the field, we'll take that. Put 15 out there. As I said, like after 6 comes an 8, but we're not really too worried about that. The 9 is hot today, that's insane. Here we go, field roll. Take all of it but 5. 6, 6s and 9s, I'm sorry. We'll lose there. Put our 15 out there. Wow, I am shook right now on how many times I rolled a 6 and a 9. Take that. Plus 5. Go again. 7. Lose here. 15. 7 again. We will now that we finally actually lost again twice in a row, we lost our 15. So what I do, people say $25, right? Because that's whatever, but that means you would only gain $5. The second time I like to gain $10. So I like to do a $35 bet when I lose my 15. So we lost 5, then we lost 15. Now we're betting 35 to gain back what we lost plus $10. We roll the 6. That is not a field number. So we would lose our 35 here. Now, I had to jump up. So I went from trying to gain $5 to gaining $10. Now I want to jump up again to win $15 because I want to win $5 on every spin, technically. It's kind of a little, I mean, it might be a little confusing to you guys right now. So for that case, we would do $75. Each of these are 25. We would do a $75 bet. Now, we really want a field number now, okay? The odds are, there's a lot of numbers out here. The odds are of a field number coming out right now are pretty high because we haven't had one. We got our bet out here, so let's see what happens. We rolled a 5. Unfortunately, that is not a field number. We lost our 75. Now, I don't know if you remember, I said I'd bring $300 to the casino. What will we do if we want to... Now, if you only bring $300, obviously, you're going to be... you're gonna want to go all in at this point because you don't have anything to back you up if you lose this, because you only come with 300. This is my 200 plus our winnings so far. If we hit this, then we would win all of our money back plus $25 if we hit this field number. We're really hoping for a field number. A 4. That is definitely a field number. That is, Trevor's very happy right now. So they would pay us out what we had out there. And then, obviously, it was a big bet, but we jumped all the way back down to $5. Now, I came with the casino with 300. The blacks are considered $100 chips. This is now what I'm up. So we have our 300 that we started with. 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 175, 185. We were up, and plus this right here if we want to take it, so 190. If we take all of our money, we are up $190, and I only been playing for like, what, 10 minutes? Now, usually you don't get that far where you have to go all in, but it happens. You never know. So, in that case, it worked out for us. We're up $190, which is a lot. So, with that strategy, as you can see, it's just you're betting against your odds. If you want to bet your 5, if you lose, you bet your 15. If you lose your 15, then you bet 35. If you lose your 35, 75. And if you lose the 75, you go all in. You're just hoping at that point. But that's how that strategy works. The goal is, the dice rolls probably about 1 to 2 minutes every time. So in 20 minutes, if the dice rolls a minute, and every 20 minutes you win $60. $60 times an hour is $300. That's when I like to leave, is when I play for 1 hour. I don't like to stay too long, or just keep, because you play too long and you get on a winning streak, it usually ends, and it's just best to leave when you get up your 300. That's how the strategy works. You play for an hour. If you play right, you can leave with the minimum of a 300, or you can lose all of it. If you would have rolled a non-field number, we would have lost and we would have had left. But in our case, it didn't, so that's good.